Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so my voice is playing hide and seek games with me, and I really don't got no time to be stressed about it. I'm trying to enjoy the holidays as best as I can. So if my voice is going in and out, please excuse me, because sometimes it sounds like it's there and then it be trying to embarrass me. And we just won't have that, okay? Just excuse me if I sound crazy, okay? Now, before we get into this episode, we gotta address Miss Karen Huger. I really wanted to do a separate video, but just time did not permit me. So we are here now, and a lot didn't happen in this episode anyway. So we can talk about Miss Karen Huger. So as everyone knows by now, Karen was found guilty. I'm disappointed in Karen. Okay. Most of you have probably already seen the body cam footage. And so I watched as much as I could watch. I watched bits and pieces and I was cringing. All I can say is I am disappointed in you, Karen. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? I gave Karen the benefit of the doubt. Like, I was like, you know what? Maybe she was just a wee bit tipsy and maybe alcohol's not even the reason for the crash. Maybe something actually did happen, and because there was alcohol in the car or they smelled it on her, they're like, oh, she's drunk. Like, maybe she wasn't actually drunk. Karen was lit. I don't have to tell y'all because y'all saw it for yourselves, I'm sure. Karen, what were you thinking? You knew you were drinking. You knew you were out of there. You knew you shouldn't have been driving. You had to know that. You had enough sense to call Ray to get to the scene before the police could even get there. So you knew something was wrong. Why did you drive? I'm disappointed. I really, truly am. Because why would you even let it get to this point? You filed a motion for them to throw out the body cam footage. You knew you clowned and you showed your behind the way that you did, and you allowed this to go to trial. What was your lawyers thinking? Between you, your children, your husband, your lawyers, y'all thought it's a good idea to go to trial. Let's take this to trial. We can get this, we can win. You thought you could win? First of all, you are a local celebrity. You are on a major network TV show. This is your second offense. You thought you was gonna beat this? I mean, I don't know how this goes. I'm nobody's lawyer. Maybe I should have been, I don't know. But shouldn't you just have thrown yourself on the mercy of the court? Plead no contest, plead guilty. You was guilty. This was not even like, maybe she wasn't. No, ma'am, you were guilty. You were guilty, and you sat up there on the footage talking reckless, talking crazy. There is no way to deny that you were drunk. You were drunk. You cannot dispute that. Why would you take that to trial? Why would you just not fess up? You had enough sense to know that, I don't know if they said, somebody said that the lawyers probably had access to the body cam footage, and that's why they asked them to throw it out. Whether you saw it or you didn't see it, the fact that y'all wanted it thrown out lets me know that, Karen, you were a belligerent, drunk mess. You were in a drunken state, and the body cam footage, why would you go to court? Why would you go to trial with all that evidence against you? I'm saying this over and over like I'm gonna get an answer. I don't know. I'm just disappointed. I can't even express it no more than that. Like, you had to truly be delusional to think that this was gonna go in your favor. All this, oh, I'm gonna need people to soldier for me. Well, now we know what you meant by that. Because when she kept saying it, it was annoying me. But I guess now we know what you mean by, I need people to soldier for me. Because you knew you was wrong. You knew you were guilty. And somebody that loved you should have told you better than what you did. They should have told you, like, just keep it real. You were wrong. Throw yourself on the mercy of the court. Go before the judge. I don't know. Give them your license. Tell them you're not going to drive no more. I mean, I don't know. Whatever you had to do. That's what you have a lawyer for. Your lawyer ain't worth a damn. Because he didn't tell you the truth. He didn't keep it real with you. I mean, I don't know. I don't regret giving Karen the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to tell you why. The main reason why I was like, well, you know what? Maybe let's just wait and see what happens. Season 3, when the girls were coming after Monique about her situation, Karen, I remember, was very candid. She voluntarily opened up her mouth and told Monique, I myself had a DUI. The state of Maryland does not play. You have to be very careful. I feel like that was some real ass shit, okay? Because I don't think that she had to tell us that. We didn't need to know. You know what I mean? And when she told Monique, like, you have to be very careful. You can't play around with stuff like that. I believed Karen. I thought, okay, that was some real shit because she really didn't have to put herself out there like that. And that is the reason why this whole season, I have been giving Karen grace because I was like, maybe it's not what it seems. She already has one offense. She knows better. You know, maybe there's something that we're going to find out that's going to change it. Obviously, she hit me in my soft spot because she said she was grieving her mother. She was going through it with Ray. Just for us to see you on the body cam, on the police body cam, talking about you was Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Karen, I was so ashamed. I felt like I said that crazy stuff. That's how embarrassed I was for you. When I say secondhand embarrassment is a for real thing, I couldn't even watch all of it. Then when she tried to name drop Andy Cohen as if that policeman even gave a damn. You think he give a damn about a Andy Cohen? Karen, this is bad. This is bad. You better not get to that reunion on your high horse. You better get to that reunion and be humble. You better go, what Tyra Banks say? Go to the nearest bakery and get yourself the biggest slice of humble pie. That's what I'm gonna need from you, Karen. Because you looked crazy. You could not even formulate a sentence. You wanted Ray to speak for you because you know how drunk you were. Why would you think it's a good idea to get behind the wheel of a car in that drunken state? Karen, that could have ended in disaster for you and someone else who had nothing to do with your drunken antics. And what also upsets me is, like, if you were with friends, why did they not stop you? It made me feel like you do this often. And they were like, oh yeah, she'll be fine. She drinks all the time. We have all watched people get in their cars and we know they've had a little too much to drink. And while I'm calling Karen out, I need all of us to be accountable too. Because if she was with a friend, her friend should have told her, no, Karen, call a car service or order an Uber for her. She sat up in that cop car telling that man, I'm rich. No, it wasn't a cop car. I think this was at the station. I'm rich. I am rich. I'm rich. I think she said it both times. She said on that police cam video how she was very rich. You were very rich, but you made a very poor decision. I am ashamed, Karen. I am ashamed. And I didn't even do it. I don't barely even drink. Karen, you better get down to that reunion with a completely different approach, completely different attitude. Because you have pissed the people off. I can't even defend nothing. I can't even defend none of this. This is ridiculous. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Karen, girl. You for real tried it. Okay, so now that we got Karen out the way, and Karen, you might get dragged a couple more times. We gonna see. But about this episode. Obviously, it picks back up at Karen's Lagoon party, and everything I just said about Karen, I still mean it. But I still think it's very, very whack of Jacqueline to show up unannounced and refusing to leave. You're a loser. You're a loser, Jacqueline. See, this is the thing. If Karen's DUI is on the table for discussion, I have no problem with Jacqueline saying how she feels or anyone saying how they feel, right? But literally, the only thing Jacqueline has contributed the entire season is messing with Karen. Why are you here? It's giving you're nothing more than me as flunky. And you keep getting annoyed that nobody wants to invite you to nowhere, but nobody likes you. Like, you have made yourself so unlikable and so annoying. Nobody wants you around. For you to show up at her house after she explicitly said, I don't want her at my home, and then you show up to her house with antics, and then you're like, oh my God, Karen hates me. I don't think she hates you, but if she did, don't nobody care. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, but this season you have proven yourself to be a certified crash dummy. And, you know, literally, you keep allowing Mia to put you in crash dummy situations, and she's just setting you up for the okey doke, and you're fine with it. Because the only person you have smoke for is Karen. And it's like you can't even hold Karen accountable because Karen doesn't respect you. You can hold people accountable, that people who regard you and care something about what you have to say. Karen don't care nothing about what you have to say. So you're just doing this for what? If Karen did not have this DUI, what would you be saying? Whatever it is you would be saying, that's what you should be saying. You shouldn't attach yourself or hitch your wagon to Karen's DUI. But girl, whatever, girl, keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully we don't have to see you next season. So these ladies are on their way to Panama. And Karen says to Giselle, apparently Giselle wasn't paying attention and she missed the part where Jacqueline brought the balloons and said they represented Karen's citations. So they agreed that they were going to start giving these girls some OG lessons. I have a soft spot for Karen, but I don't trust Karen. This is why I'm telling Kiana, if you ever come across my videos and you don't hear nothing else I say, Kiana, do not trust Karen. Do not trust Karen. Because Karen low-key snitched on herself and the OGs. Well, she said we got to teach them a lesson. See, I know a lot of people love Karen, and they felt like Karen didn't have nothing to do with the Chris accusations, season 7. But I always felt like Karen's hands weren't clean. I always felt like Karen's hands were not clean. And I'm going to tell you, the biggest indicator for me was when Ray went up to Chris at Candace's graduation party and said, well, Chris, why don't you just apologize? I instantly felt like Ray did that because Karen told him to talk to Chris. They knew they weren't going to get through to Candace. So if Ray talks to Chris man to man, maybe Ray could convince Chris to apologize, and then we could just put this behind us. See, we know the OGs link up every year and they have themselves an off-season meetup, right? And people assume that they're scheming and plotting. But there's always a scheme and a plot. So where's the lie? I think it's a very accurate assumption. If you ask me, I have always believed that all the OGs were aware of the Chris and Candace takedown season 7. Well, the attempt to take down Chris and Candace season 7. I've always felt that way. Karen is good at hiding her hands. If y'all remember season 7, when Giselle had to sit down with Candace at the dance studio, Karen didn't go to that event. But Karen knew all about what happened. Remember, she said that Robin told Ashley and Ashley and Mia came and told her. I always felt like Giselle, Ashley, Robin, Karen, and Mia were all in on this together. They probably did not share everything with Karen because Karen looks like the type that likes deniability. I don't think they told Karen everything. But I think when Karen saw everything coming together, she realized, I don't want to be a part of this. I also think that she kind of tapped Mia on the shoulder and said, Mia, you get out of this. Because if y'all remember, Mia was lying saying that Chris was checking her out, even though the footage showed that Chris wasn't even looking her direction. And then when they got to that when they got to the winery, she withdrew her statements. Y'all remember that? And Ashley was annoyed. Ashley rolled her eyes and got pissed off. Yeah, because Mia backed out. And I think Karen probably told her, like, girl, this is about to be bad. You get yourself up out of this. You save yourself, okay? Because I'm definitely going to save myself. So you better save your ass. You let them handle their situation. They started this. Let them stick it out. I really think so. And I think when they realize that this is really going left, Karen made the executive's decision to say, okay, I'm going to get ready to try to talk to Chris. Because, you know, in the past, they've always been able to appeal to Chris. They've always been able to kind of talk to Chris. And Chris, he wants to be liked by everybody. You know, he'll cooperate even when Candace don't want to cooperate. Like in season 6, remember when everybody was apologizing to Michael Darby and Candace was like, I refuse, but Chris was willing to do it. That's what I'm talking about. But anyways, I said all of that to say, I believe that Karen ain't innocent. She be in on some of them plots too. This is what I believe. So this dinner that the ladies are at, do I really want to get into it with Karen and Jacqueline again? No, I really don't care. I'm starting to get bored with both of them because they both have annoyed me. I'm not mad at Karen though. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. And even though I'm pissed off with what Karen did as far as the DUI, I already told y'all, I don't feel like Jacqueline can hold her accountable because she don't even like Jacqueline, nor does she respect Jacqueline. So Jacqueline, you don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. What I did want to say is her little message about I was there to lift the weight and I brought the balloons to release the balloons in the air to take some of the weight off of you. Girl, did you bring balloons to your sister's house when she was going to jail? Did you bring balloons to the house when your PP was under investigation? Get the hell out of here with that. You know what I don't like about her? What I don't like about Jacqueline is she can dish it, but she can't take it. The moment they brought up PP's charges, you got scared, you started crying, and you ran away. So if you're not the type of bitch that can take it, you can't stand in your shit, then shut up. And she don't know how to do that, and that's why I don't like her. But again, they both annoyed me, so I really don't care. Karen saying that she's going to press charges. I mean, why not? Let her press some charges. I don't really care. Let her press the charges if she wants to. I'm going to say Mia exposed herself, though. When Karen said that Jacqueline releasing the balloons was a problem for the environment, they don't want us to do that. I think that is true. I have heard that before. I don't know if it's illegal though. I don't think it's illegal. Maybe it is in some states. I don't know. But I really don't care too much. I don't really care. But I found it funny. I found it funny that Mia piped up and said, well, Karen, you did that in honor of your parents' memory. She did. But Mia, you weren't on the show when that happened. That wasn't even no big, situation. You were not on the show when that happened. You a fan, you a fan, you a fan. So it looks like the people are right about you. You've been watching this show. You've been studying this show. You done took a piece. You done took a part of everybody's story and made it your story. Last year, when you told us about how your lawyer stole money from you and then he unalived himself, you stole that from Robin. We already knew that's what happened. We did not believe you. But now we know. You a fan. Child, I guess. Now, Giselle, you're going to have to come to the front of the class. I appreciated what she had to say to Mia in regards to her statements about her daughters. I would have been satisfied with that if we had not seen your performance last season with Wendy and Candace. I would have been okay with what she said to Mia. But y'all know my memory. Y'all know my memory, and you know I go up for my girl Candace, and I go up for Wendy sometimes too. My Gemini sis. The venom that you had for Wendy and Candace. First of all, let's go back, right? Now, Giselle's saying that she wasn't in a good place with Wendy, and that's why she reacted the way she did last season. Is different because she was friends with Mia. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't really work for me. It doesn't work for me, not at all. Number one, when Wendy came on the show, you and Wendy were great. Okay, y'all were sorors, okay? Pink and green, pinkies in the air, okay? That was your sister, okay? That's your sorority sister. Wendy was nothing but nice to you. You decided to play in Wendy's face and attack her marriage. And she had to let you know, I don't give a damn who you are. I'm gonna fight for mine. You're not gonna play with my husband. And initially I was on Giselle's side because I kind of felt like, well, you know what, Wendy, you're not exempt. If there's some tea out there about you and your husband, it's gonna be talked about. But she kept coming after Wendy. You kept speaking on it. You kept talking about it. You didn't want to talk about what that same blog said about you and Jamal, but you wanted to talk about what they said about Wendy. You kept bringing it up even though you know it was a bother to her. And when she let you know, you can get all this work, now you more mad at her than she is at you. You're holding a grudge. You don't want her to touch you, talk to you. You treated her as if she was subhuman. You encourage an attack against her. Now, at the reasonably shady situation, when Grace was walking by and Wendy had this mean look on her face, I agreed that I didn't like the energy that Wendy was giving. I said that, and I'm sticking with that. I did not like, and it's possible that Wendy was just pissed off and irritated, and she should have fixed her face before that little girl walked in front of her. It's possible that's what it was, but my initial feelings towards it was I didn't like it. I didn't like that Wendy did that. And Wendy apologized wholeheartedly to Giselle for that. And she denied it, but she said, look, I apologize, okay? I wasn't in control of my face. I was annoyed. And when the little girl walked by, I should have fixed my face. She apologized, right? So last season, for Giselle to bring that up again, Giselle was weaponizing her daughter against Candace and Wendy. And that pissed me off because your daughter damaged Candace's car and Candace took it in stride. You attacked Candace in her marriage and her husband. And when she saw your child, she greeted your child as if nothing had happened between the two of you. She ignored you, but she greeted Grace with all the kindness and sweetness and hospitality that she always has. And you tried to make them out as if they had done something to your child when they had not. So basically what you said in this episode is, it was okay for me to lie and make you guys seem as if you attacked my child because we were not in good standing. But Mia, who actually attacked my children, I'm gonna let it ride because she and I were friends. Because that's what the hell I heard. Because that's what I heard you say. Candace and Wendy did nothing to your child. They did nothing, they said nothing. As you were talking, they looked at each other. They probably looked at each other because they knew that this was a set-up conversation. Mia, who ain't never concerned about nothing, don't never have anything of substance to say, is, oh, are you concerned about your daughter moving to Florida? I believe the real reason Candace and Wendy was looking at each other is because they felt like y'all told Mia to ask that question. Because Mia's as dumb as a box of rocks. Since when she started wondering about social issues and, politics and people being safe? If it ain't about that pole, she don't know nothing about it. But yeah, I can't say I was starting to like Giselle again because that's not true. I wasn't starting to like her again. It'll never be good for me and Giselle until Giselle owns up to what she did to Chris. I'll never see it for Giselle. And that's just how I feel. I can defend her when she's right. I can defend her children because her children did nothing to Mia. And then while I'm talking, I just remembered the Jasmine brand is claiming that way more happened in that scene that we saw, that Mia was calling Giselle's children whores. The biggest whore is calling those babies whores. Giselle, I don't know what kind of mama you done became because... But yeah, back to Giselle and Mia. I'm not going to say that the reason she had vitriol for Candace and Wendy was because of colorism. I'm not sure I believe that. And y'all know how I am about colorism. I'm not sure I believe that. What I think it is... What I really think it is she ain't gonna go too in on Mia because she don't want Mia to expose her. Mia got dirt on you, okay? Y'all are never gonna convince me that season 7 wasn't a scheme and a plot, okay? I truly believe, if I've never said it before, let me say it now because I think I have, but I'm not sure. I truly believe that they came up with this plot against Chris to distract from what was going on with Juan, to soften the blow. I think that they had to know that Miss Canada was going to come out and tell us what happened between her and Juan. And I think that they said, hey, if we just make Chris look like a cheater too, Eddie look like a cheater, Karen look like a cheater, when Juan's antics are revealed, it won't be as embarrassing for you, Robin. And Robin got to play the good cop defending Chris. But where Robin showed her hand is when she tried to get Juan to admonish Chris. That's where she messed up at for me. I think that the way that Candace reacted derailed the entire thing and they needed some help. So they looped Mia in and said, Mia, you good at lying. You tell a lie about Chris too. And Mia did it. And they don't want Mia to tell what she knows about them. Who knows what all they've said in front of Mia? I think that's the real reason Giselle kept it cute when she was telling Mia about herself. That's the real reason you didn't say nothing. It has nothing to do with, oh, I was friends with Mia and I wasn't friends with Wendy. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it's colorism either. I think Mia has dirt. And you can't risk Mia telling your dirt. Because at the end of the day, everybody know Mia lies. And Mia was smart enough to save herself and retract what she said about Chris. My good sense is telling me that Mia had dirt. And you cannot risk pissing Mia off. Because Mia is dumb. Mia will tell it all. And that will not only implicate Robin and Giselle and Ashley and Karen, it will also implicate production. Y'all can't do that to Mia. You got to treat Mia a certain way. You got to handle her a certain way. So that's what I think. Now, as for Gordon possibly taking the children without Mia's consent, taking them across state lines, I don't like that, okay? I never, ever, ever, ever want to sit here and defend an abuser. That's not my style. If y'all know me, domestic violence is something that bothers me to my core. It has always bothered me to my core, and right now it really bothers me. It's something that I just don't do. I don't do it. I'm not okay with people abusing, whether it's a man abusing a woman or a woman abusing a man or a woman abusing another woman or a man abusing another man. I don't stand for none of it, okay? So if he really did take those children to another state without her consent, that's not okay with me. The problem, though, with Mia is Mia lies so much. I don't know if she's the boy who cried wolf right now. I really don't know. I don't know. So I can't allow myself to emotionally feel for her because everything she does is a stunt in a show. And if he really did do that, that is a problem. But then again, this is what the women mean by 1 minute the story is this, the next minute the story is that. If this man is manic and unstable, this is not someone I would give free access to my children. I don't care if they're your children as well. They're my kids and I gotta protect them because they can't protect themselves. I'm not leaving an unstable person who's on medication and the medication is not helping. You can't have my kids. And what's making me really feel like Mia might be lying, two things. When she says she took him out of the state, when you say out of state, did you take him from Maryland to Virginia? Because if that's what it is, shut the hell up. If he took them out of Maryland and took them to Virginia, this gonna piss me off. Side note, they said that Mia did something this season that turned the entire cast on her. I hope that this is not the something. I hope that she's not lying about this and the women find out about it and that's why everyone is pissed at her. I hope that this is not the something. Because looking at the preview, and yeah, this is why I can't believe Mia, because Mia lies too damn much. But anyways, back to what I was saying. If she said he took them out of the states, I know that she better not have meant he took them out of Maryland and took them to Virginia. Because if that's what she meant, that's going to piss me off. Because the DMV girlies know, okay? I'm not a DMV girly, but my family is from the DMV. That is my second home. DC, Maryland, and Virginia is my second home. So lots of people live in Virginia or work in Virginia and live in Maryland or vice versa. So if that's what she meant by he took them out of the state, that's going to piss me off. Let me just make that very clear. But back to what I was saying. If G's acting like that, that's a problem. If he really did take them kids from Maryland to North Carolina, I'm going to have a problem with that, right? But like I said, Mia lies so much, I just don't know. And then my other thing is, if I'm on vacation, I'm out the country, and a manic person takes my children from the babysitter and drops them off in another state, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police and I'm getting on the first flight out of there to go see about my children. And the fact that we know that Mia's still on the trip, I'm starting to think that this is the something that she did. Now, see, I've been watching Rodney the Voice. For those of y'all that don't know, I love me some Rodney the Voice, okay? I love me some Cousin Rodney. I really, really do. And he has really been going hard defending Mia because he's like, everybody lies. Mia's always been a liar. This is nothing new. Like, why are we getting mad at Mia? And I watched one of his videos yesterday. It wasn't the Potomac video, but it was a video where he mentioned Mia, Quad. Y'all probably seen it. He made a lot of good points. I couldn't even disagree with most of them. He made a lot of good points. But I think the problem with Mia is Mia hijacks us emotionally. You can't sit here and tell us, oh my God, he's manic. I don't know what part of him I'm gonna get. One day he's good, the next day he's not good. Then the very next day, you post him at the pool with you and Ink and the children taking shots. Why are you even why are you drinking with an unstable person who's on medication and the medication is barely working? You, like, if you were my friend and you're making me feel sad and I'm scared for you and I'm crying for you and I'm worrying and I'm praying, and then I get on Instagram and I see y'all getting along, I'm gonna feel away. That's the problem with Mia. You're doing things that's making people worry about you, and then when they look, oh, she's fine. Those type of lies piss people off. If you tell me you're around the corner and you ain't left your house yet, I'm gonna get annoyed, but it's not gonna hurt me. You get what I'm saying? But you're telling me you're in a dangerous situation, and then the next day you're out drinking with the person who you say is danger to you and your kids. That's why people don't like you, Mia. You hijacked Giselle and Ashley's event to tell everybody that you were going through it. You're sitting there pretend crying. And then the next day, everything you said goes in the trash because it's something different that you're displaying. That's why the people can't get with you, Mia. If you want to lie and say you own 15,000 joint chiropractors, I don't think the people going to care that much. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to care. But this, what you're doing, where you're trying to keep us on the edge of our seat because we want to know who fathered your child, I could do without. I don't need to know who fathered your child. I truly don't care. It's the fact that you keep talking about it that's a problem for the people. But really, we don't care. We're not on the edge of our seats trying to find out because we know that you be lying. But the more I think of it, the more I feel like this is probably what Mia did that pissed everybody off. Because you said he took him out the state. Let me tell y'all. If I find out he took him from Maryland to Virginia, the next episode, the next sound off, I'm going to let Mia have it. I'm just letting y'all know right now, I'm going to tear Mia apart if it turns out that that's what she means. That she took him out of state from Maryland to Virginia, or from Virginia to Maryland, or from Maryland to DC. If that is what she meant, I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to drag Mia. I just want y'all to know. But anyways, y'all, this video getting a little bit too long. I want to say shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm glad to have you. We're almost there. I need 8 more subscribers to hit 1K. I'm going to try to get that. But I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you observe. If you don't observe any of that, try to have some fun. I mean, I don't know. Everybody gonna be off on Wednesday, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy birthdays to the people whose birthdays it is. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.